Motor Warriors. I am about to go for a ride on the head of the Dragon. I'm right on the edge of Tazewell, Virginia. There's a nice little drop right there. I don't know if I can pick that up going, nah, there's too many bushes in the way, but I bet that's cool. But anyway, everybody from Minivan is already headed home. I think everybody's probably home except for maybe Harley Moonrider. I think he's somewhere here in Virginia visiting his sister for a few more days. Mr. G, he had to get Macy ready for the people that are coming to get Macy. And I thought, well, I'm going to go do this ride alone, I guess. And he said that going up this way, there's coal dust from the coal trucks, and the roads can be really slippery. So since I don't know these roads up here, I don't know where the trucks pull out or whatever. But he said use a lot of extra caution. So I'm going to keep my eyes open here. And Red Roof Inn, check it out. But I'm going to take it easy. But I'm going to do this ride. Every time I've come up here, I want to ride the head of the Dragon. And I haven't done that yet, so I figured, well, even if I got to do it alone, I'm going to go do it. And you can see, I don't know, well, maybe you can't tell, but the roads are kind of wet. I didn't think there was going to be much rain, but when I got out of the motel, I looked up and I could see some areas that looked like they were pretty cloudy, and like rain was coming down up on the higher elevations up in the mountains. So, and I can see that there definitely was some rain here earlier. So I'll just take it nice and easy, watch out for school buses and all, coal trucks. And we'll see how long it takes me to do this, even though it's wet. But anyway, Motor Warriors, for those of you that came to Minivan, I want to give a special thanks to all y'all. And it was a pleasure to ride with each and every one of you. And there's that Bikes and Gears thing. We just came the back way. That's that, I think her name is Michelle. I did a video about that, Miss Michelle. But we came the other way, so I hope I'm not turning the wrong way here. It looked like on the map that I go 16 to 83, so we'll find out. If not, I'll just ride around. I just love to ride. I don't care if it's the head of the Dragon or just a ride. It doesn't matter. I just love to ride. But anyway, I'll keep you posted about this ride. Until then. Well, hey, Motor Warriors. I'm just about to go through a town called War. And getting to this point on 16, going north, man, what a beautiful ride. And there's look at that stream, hope you can see that. But what a beautiful ride. You know, at VAM 22, if we don't take a group ride up this way, I really encourage y'all to come up this way. Even if you don't do all of the head of the Dragon, just riding up here this far, it's absolutely beautiful. If you like little twisties and little jig-jags and whatever, this is a great road. You will love it. Now, there are some spots that Mr. G warned me of, and I'm sure there'll be more ahead of me, but there were some spots where you could see where there was coal dust on the ground. And coal dust, if you don't know anything about it, it's really slick even when it's dry. And when it's wet, it's like sloppy mud. It can be pretty dangerous, so you really need to be careful. But it is a really amazing ride. You come through these little towns like this, and it's kind of heartbreaking in some ways, seeing all these old houses that are just, you know, like that one up there, if you could see it, that were just beautiful in their heyday, I'm sure. And now there ain't much to them. And you see these old houses that just, people didn't have the money, and so they just fell in disrepair and fell apart, roofs caving in, and there was a few of them that were burned down. And kind of look like, maybe makes you wonder, you know, if people just had insurance on the house and lost their jobs at the coal mine or whatever, and there's nothing out here to make money on, and so if they, you know, torch their own house just to get out of debt, it's kind of sad. But life is what it is, you know, you make do with what you can. But this little town, when I first came into it and saw the sign war, I didn't think it was going to be, you know, this big of a town, but there's not a whole lot here, really. I mean, a lot of these businesses are closed up. The inspection stations are open. But what do you do? Well, it looks like we're about to come out of the end of this here, I think. And that means the fun will be beginning here shortly. It's going back up the side of this mountain. And some of these twisties are pretty slick and tight, and because of the wet spots. This looks pretty dry right in here, but there are some spots that were really wet. So I don't want to be foolish and sit here and try and moto vlog while I'm in a lean and hit a slick spot. So I'll catch up to you again on this little ride here. That school looks like a prison or something, doesn't it? Without a fence. Yeah, there's coal in them hills up there somewhere. Bradshaw. Some of these little towns I've been going through on this ride are really neat little towns. Kind of like the backbone of what America used to be, you know. Look at all this. Looks like maybe shale. It's hard to tell, I don't know. But you can see the water coming off there. There was a truck, that pickup truck that's up ahead, you'll see every once in a while. He was staying up on top of me a little bit, and I thought, well, he's keeping it, he keeps his distance, and then I pull away and then he'll catch up a little bit, and I thought, well, maybe he wants to go really fast. And you know, if you know the roads really well, you know where you can fly around the curve and where you better take it easy. So I pulled over in town back there and let him pass, and now he's stuck behind the bus. So he'll probably get around that bus, and then I'll get stuck behind that bus till it turns off up here somewhere. But man, I don't know if this GoPro's going to pick this up, but I tell you what, it sure is pretty. I see this stuff and these rivers, these mountain streams, and I always wonder what it would have been like to live here when it was all natural and wild, you know, before technology came and started ruining everything, before the EPA and all the other government things that mess stuff up even more. You know, I wonder what it was like before that. You know, when the Native Americans, the early Americans, you know, what was it like to live here? Yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna have to stop here. Looks like this bus is letting some kids off, so I'll stop, and then on the next town here, at some point I'll catch up again.